All right, everyone, we're finally going to be installing the Safety Plus steering control on Maggie, model 41-203, along with the mounting kit F-105K 2.5. So what is Safety Plus? Well, it's designed to make RVing safer. It assists with the oversteering, those side winds, those semis passing you, and front tire blowouts. Now, how does it work? Well, it's a compression coil hydraulic system, and the coils were designed to bring the steering wheel back to center after you make a turn. And the hydraulic part of it acts as, well, a shock absorber to any sudden movement to the vehicle's steering, such as a front tire blowout. The Safety Plus has been designed to keep the steering straight and allowing you to pull over to the side of the road safely. Because, well, you can replace a tire, but you can't replace a life. And speaking of life, it comes with a lifetime warranty.
Cool.
Now, we will have links to this in the description box down below, but if you are anywhere near the factory in Georgia, they will put it on for free and allow you to stay in their parking lot overnight for free. But you do have to pay full price.
But before we get started...
Caution, this is not meant to be an instructional video. We are not professionals. We are just RV owners attempting to do an upgrade on our own RV. We are not responsible for anyone attempting this upgrade on their own. Get going with us!
All right, for the purposes of filming and to give us a little bit more room under there, we put Maggie up on the blocks instead of the levelers because the leveler would be in the way. As far as tools that we will be using, from what I can figure out so far. Starting at the top, that is a cheater piece of pipe. We will be using it with the breaker bar right underneath it. Now, the lube off to the left, we came out yesterday and sprayed down the two nuts that we need to take off because they did not look like they wanted to come off. Last night, we broke them a little bit just to get them started. So that's why that stuff is there. We're also going to need a combination 1 1/8" wrench. We have a 1/2 inch ratchet with an extension. We have a torque wrench. Then we have a 3/8 drive ratchet with a 1/2 to 3/8 drive, 9/16 socket, and a deep 1 1/8 socket. Also some Scotch-Brite down there that we're going to use to wipe off the tie rod. You've seen what we're putting in. Now you've seen what we're going to use to put it in, so...
Let's do it.
These are the two nuts we're talking about have to come off. They are on the rear U-bolt for the leaf spring on the driver's side. Those have to come off, and as you can see, they're all wet from when I put lube on them yesterday, so let's see if they're still gonna come off. Oh yeah, that's better. All right, that took longer than we wanted it to, but they're both off now. What's gonna go there is the anchor plate right here. Now, as you can see, where it mounts, then it angles up and goes straight out again. That's gonna go over this, the tie rod. You'll also see that there's a straight side and there's a 45-degree angle side. The 45-degree angle side is going to face the driver's side tire. So it's going to come up over the tire rod and mount right where we took those nuts off of. I'll get these started and then I'll try to use an impact on it. These will need to be torqued to 250 foot-pounds. So that's what we're doing next. Okay, next thing you want to do after getting the anchor plate on, you want to clean the tie rod. Just where Scotch-Brite will work. Let's get it cleaned off. We're going to be putting the tie rod mounted plate on next, which is this unit right here. And it's going to go on the bottom, and then you've got the U-bolts are going to go from the top down. Do that right now. They'll only go on so far, and then you're going to have to use a ratchet on it because they are locking. Oops. That would be a text to everybody. All right.
Probably from our real estate agent.
All right, so this is just loosely mounted. It can slide wherever it wants because I don't know how long it has to be yet. Now I'll go get the Safety Plus and we'll start mounting it. All right, so what you're gonna do, this thing is very heavy. You're gonna take the bolt and washer that came with the Safety Plus, there. All right, now what you wanna do is take the nut and loosely put it on. Now keep in mind, this side, the washer goes on the head side. When we do the other side, it's gonna be opposite. All right, now on this side, you're putting the bolt through without the washer. It's going through the safety plus. Then the washer's going on. So if there's the exposed side of the safety plus, like this side here was the bottom, this side here is the top. In other words, if there's not a plate between it, then you gotta put that's where the washer goes.
Oh, good way to think about it.
Yeah, trust me, because we made a mistake. This is not a first time doing this. All right, so that's loosely on. Then the next thing that we need to do is we need to get this lined up perfectly with the tie rod. It's gotta be parallel. How's that look on? Does it look like it's straight? And when I say parallel, that's not parallel. That's not parallel, I don't believe. Is that parallel?
That's parallel right there.
Okay, so what we're gonna do then, I'm gonna tighten this down just so it won't move. I don't need this falling and hitting me in the face or anything. All right, that's good enough just to hold it. Still a parallel?
Yes. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna tighten these. Eventually they're gonna get to 120 to 130 foot-pounds. But right now I'm just using an impact wrench and a combination wrench. 1 1/8 and using the 1 1/8 deep socket.
Close enough for that one. All right.
Now I'm going to tighten them down with the torque, and then we're ready to go take this for a test ride. All right, now you're just going to torque down the tie rod bracket mount to 20. Do not over tighten these.
Yeah, just go around and make sure you torque down all your bolts.
If you do this too tight, you're going to have to replace it. There we go. That's as tight as that should be. What we're going to do now is going to take it out for a test drive and see if it goes straight. If not, we'll show you what we're going to do.
Now, before you take off on your test drive, make sure that you have somebody watching underneath the RV while the steering wheel is turned all the way from the left, all the way to the right. Just make sure that the safety plus is not going to interfere with anything. And then you're good to go for your test drive.
All right, so what we're going to do now is what we feel is direct center. Put some painter's tape there. That's going to be our reference point. Now we're going to take it out for a ride, and where it's driving straight, I'm going to put a piece of tape right across here. And we'll make any adjustments that we have to make. Actually, that's a little bit off. Yeah, my OCD's kicking in.
I see us attempting this 6 times. Now put a spare piece on your
Oh yeah,
dash.
put a spare piece on the dash, because as I'm driving, whatever the steering wheel likes to end up at is how will we do our adjustments. All right, time to go.
So Chuck is already feeling a slight pull to the right.
Yeah, so to keep this level, I mean, we're not in the straightest straightaway just yet, but to keep it level, it's right about here in conjunction to what the tape is on the dash. So what we'll do, we'll get a flat spot to pull over. We're going to go underneath. I'm going to loosen the brackets on the tie rod, and then the safety T plus control unit will center itself. Tighten that down and then try it again.
I'll be in here holding the steering wheel and lining it up.
Yep. All right, so Cheryl's going to hold the steering wheel while I go under and loosen up the tie rod bracket, and it should self-center.
So I'm going to use the Sharpie to mark the tie rod right here next to the U-bolt, just for a point of reference. Then I'm going to loosen all 4 nuts on the 2 U-bolts and let the safety plus self-center itself. Then I am going to torque it back down to the 20 foot-pounds. Then we'll get back on the road and see if that took care of the problem of it pulling to the right.
Now, the problem with trying to align the safety plus in New England is it's tough to find a spot where the highway is straight or not curved to one side. But we are out trying. We are on our 3rd attempt. We think we may have zeroed it in this time, but we gotta find a straighter way to find out for sure. Why are your hands not on the wheel?
Because I'm testing.
Yeah. 3rd time seems to be the charm, huh?
Yeah. Seems to be good.
Still no hands on the wheel. And we're riding riding pretty straight on this line.
So that's how we install the Safety T Plus. Well, Chuck installed it, I videoed it.
Yeah, well, you were under there with me. So what did you think of driving it?
It was good. It took a few minutes for me to get the return to center, the feel of it.
Yeah.
But after a few minutes, no problem at all.
Yeah, that's that coil spring inside of there that I was returning it to center. It's kind of a cool feature.
Yeah, it's tightened up the steering wheel quite a bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it made it a lot more firmer. So I think we're really, really going to enjoy this.
yeah, especially when we go full time.
Yep. So if you like what you saw,
You could give us a thumbs up
and if you want to become part of the Grow and Get Gone With Us gang, where do they do that, hon?
right down there.
Just click that box and you're in.
You can share or put in a comment down below.
Yep. For anyone that you think might like this video, use that share arrow. All right, so until we do our next video, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Cheryl.
We'll get gone with us.
Bye.
Bye.